guys, and welcome back to another Red Hat Killing Machine video. As you can probably tell by the fact that I'm not in my kitchen, today's video is going to be something a little different. Now, a while ago I promised all that additional content and other series, and the fact that I'm doing nothing but cooking recently. Well, I'd like to kick off this new video by saying, hello everyone, and welcome to Game Review. So you're probably wondering, what are we going to be doing in this series? Well, essentially, I'm going to take a game and I'm going to review it. I'm going to go over the kind of storylines for it. I'm going to go over how I think the game holds up, the reviews it got at the time. So without further ado, what game are we reviewing today? So that game, ladies and gentlemen, would be the 2004 classic of Shellshock NAM 67. So, why Shellshock NAM 67? Well, this game was a classic when I was younger. Essentially, I used to play this game a lot when I was early in my teens. You know, me and my friends used to go out to the park and used to reenact video games, stuff we used to really enjoy. Shellshock NAM 67 was one of those key games that really inspired us to play those kind of games. Shellshock Vietnam. I'm going to refer to it as Shellshock Vietnam. I know that's not what it's called, but it's just a lot easier to remember. Shellshock Vietnam was one of those games that just kind of always stood out as like a hardcore, gritty PlayStation 2 shoot 'em up of the early 2000s. And it was released in 2004, and upon its initial release, it got like relatively mixed reviews, I guess, such as the 5.4 out of 10 by GameSpot, 6 out of 10 on Eurogamer, and 58% on Metacritic. If you like killing communists, burning down villages as much as I do, then I'd recommend this game to you. So, first of all, what is Shellshock Vietnam about? Well, apart from being about the Vietnam War, because it's about the Vietnam War. So, Shellshock Vietnam takes place in the years of 1967, roughly until 1968-ish. It follows your character, Walker, as he goes along his introduction to Vietnam, how he grows as a person, and then later joins special forces in Vietnam, and how that impacts himself psychologically. So you kind of get thrown to the combat DOP levels. And with Shellshock Vietnam, it has one of those cool, like, unique gaming mechanics that kind of still hold up today, which is very cool. And that's another reason why I can always go back and play this game, because like it has that, I wouldn't say authenticity to Vietnam. Well, of course it doesn't, it's a video game. You kind of get where I'm coming from. Okay, so this game, much like any other kind of like Vietnam-related material, video games and stuff, has the same kind of, I want to call it a generic twist. Well, it has a kind of like generic format to it. Fresh recruit goes to Vietnam, they experiences something, and at the end, there's a big attack on the base. This game still has that very well-working format. However, it comes with some like a really cool journey along the way. So personally for me with this game, I'd say the most fun I have is the opening 4 levels and then the closing 3 levels. Yeah, there are some cool things in between that and stuff. However, I think the heart of the action for this game takes place in those opening levels. So in these open levels you get to meet your protagonist of the game, Walker. With Walker, you also get to meet Lieutenant O'Brien, Short Timer, Tompkins, and Private Kowalski, aka Psycho. These characters, they're going to be with you for all throughout the game. You also, in this opening level, you also get to meet Special Forces units under the control of Sergeant Ramirez, along with primary soldiers of TikTok and Eidos. Those are really all the characters that are in the game. There is a couple more that get introduced later on, such as Mama Son, Monty, and Colonel. And all those characters are going to help you on this long overarching mission of trying to take out the North Vietnamese General, General Diem, or aka King Kong. So racist, oh my god, I love it. So, the game being set in the Vietnam War, you get this whole like dynamic of, you get shipped in Vietnam, and then you get to go on this initial combat mission, and it's where you get to introduce your squad mate, to introduce the game, its mechanics and how it works, and then it goes from a chill 10 to around 1,000 really goddamn quick. Essentially what happens is, you go around the corner of the first level, and Lieutenant O'Brien calls in a mortar strike, and it blows up half of your own team. It's not good. That makes them go a little loopy in the head. And then following this, you take out some enemy tunnels, trenches, pillboxes, and then some anti-aircraft guns. And that's also when we're introduced to Sergeant Ramirez. So now we've completed the first level of this game, we go back to base camp. And now base camp is a thing I absolutely love about this game. So you'd have your opening cinematic stuff where they gave you the gist of what was going on and what you'd be expecting at that level, you know, such as, oh, take out this enemy position, oh, you're expecting this, this, and this. However, it's the base camp parts that made the game for me just so much more enjoyable. So in base camp, there are some cool sections you get to go to. There's the R&R section, there's the firing range and armory, there's Deuce and his shop of many things, and there's the command bunker as well as the LZ or the landing zone. So you get to free roam around this part as much as you would want before you go to the mission beginning areas. So once you go and have a look around base camp, a cool thing I really enjoyed about this game was that any weapons and stuff you wanted before you went on a mission, you go to the armory for. And as you progress in the game, the weapons get better and better and better. So at the beginning, you just get your M14 rifles and handgun options and a shotgun option. That's really about it. But then come the last levels of the game, you get the M60 machine gun, you get the F machine, you get so when interacting with other characters throughout the game, you get really cool pieces of dialogue that kind of help you piece together this whole big overarching story. And another really cool thing about like the base camp area is that whenever you're walking around, you get to hear like classic Vietnam songs, stuff that you would have heard back in the day. And you know, there would probably be a radio outside, even though like, oh, you hear our troops killed a load of rice farmers. That was funny, wasn't it? Thanks. So let's get into like the real meaty part of the game. So whenever you leave base camp, you get to go on set missions, and they progress your character's experience and stuff within Vietnam. And now those opening 4 levels are super fun. So we already explained. So we have our introduction to Vietnam. Super fun. Introduce the characters, the way the game works, and that kind of jazz. For the second level to the game, you go along in this recon mission to a Vietnamese village, and you get ambushed by the Vietcong, and then you have to recover a journalist. And he gives you that important piece of information to who the overall bad guy is, and it's General F or King Kong.
Trust me, the rumors are true. Too many strange coincidences in my book. The locals call him General King Kong, like he's some sort of god. His men worship him. They'd lay down their lives without question. Gonna be a tough piece of work for you, grunts. U.S. intel can't seem to get a fix on this animal. Only reports from captured DC. One thing they all say, he always executes prisoners himself. Says he likes to look them straight in the eye just before pulling the trigger. Oh yeah, and the captured VC say he'll take weeks torturing a prisoner. A real artist. They say Ho Chi Minh personally sent him south to tighten the communist stranglehold on the villages, and since his arrival, Vietcong numbers have swelled. Suicide missions, ambushes, and civilian brutalization have increased tenfold. People are ready to die for him just to break the enemy's morale. You know what I think? There's no way in hell you and your cherry grunts are ready for that kind of enemy. Unless you have nothing to lose yourself. Well, do you?
So, that level's quite fun. You get to kill a load of villagers if you want. Don't have to. But it's quite funny, I guess. If massacring rice farmers and communists is something you like to do. Now, after that level, you go on to the third level, and this level is one of my favourites in the game. So, the third level is you have to assault this enemy fortress that, like, you've got to go through jungles and swamps and through this massive barricade line, and then there's napalm, and then it's a very classic, this is the Vietnam War. And it's a lot of fun, that level, and then when you get into the castle, you have to go around and find all about all these war crimes and atrocities and going on to the soldiers, and oh boy, if you don't like a good war crime, then this probably isn't the game for you. It's a very violent game. So after you've taken the castle, it goes on to the fourth. Can't count now. So it goes on to the 4th level of the game, and that's where at nighttime level you have to hold the castle against enemy units. Now, there's a lot of fun, and Lieutenant O'Brien does get his comeuppance in this level, but it's a very, very fun level to do, and I would be constantly replaying that one level if anything, because it's a very typical Vietnam War piece, I guess, same way to describe it. So throughout these levels and throughout the rest of the game, you collect things called chips, and you take these chips to Deuce back at base camp, and you can use those to buy wonderful things. I've already told you guys about the R&R pass, but you can also get yourself a rocket pistol with ammunition, which is very cool indeed. You can get yourself postcards, which have kind of like pin-up girls on. But they're a cool feature of the game, but you can only purchase 2 of those from Deuce, and the rest have to be unlocked through doing levels and achievements throughout the game, which is a really cool thing because it gives it replayability. Another thing you get from Deuce is two different types of combat drugs. The first one is for sniping and stuff, so you can take it and then you can hold your breath longer and the shot's more accurate. And the other one, it increases your stamina and kind of like your endurance overall. I don't really use them in game because, I mean, they're fine, but sniping's not really a thing I like to do in a Vietnam War shooter unless I really have to. So those are the kind of things you can get from Deuce, and through getting souvenirs from the battlefield like flags and diaries and like medals and other things, and you can use those to get chips. Now that's all fun games and they build up throughout the entire game, which is cool. I really like that. And also when you can select missions and play them again, you can get even more chips and then spend it on that fancy R&R and boom. Kill myself. And okay, so after the 4th level in the game kind of takes a cool twist where your protagonist, Walker, becomes a member of the Special Forces. And it's fun. I like being a member of the Special Forces, it's cool, it's different. However, it goes from wide scale, this is the Vietnam War fights, to welcome to a special ops game. And that's fine, that's cool. No hate for special ops games. I'm just really bad at stealth. So on that very first level, you have to take out a load of Vietnamese fishing boats with supplies in them. However, you can do it stealth-wise, you can do what I do and just running around the whole thing, stealing enemy machine guns and just killing everybody in the way. That's the kind of theme for all the special ops mission. There's a stealth element that's there, but it's not there. You don't really have to use it, but you kind of have to. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So a couple of levels later, Sergeant Ramirez and his unit have gone into this major city, and they've been cut off. And you have to go on with your squad members, Psycho and Monty and Short Timer and the rest of them. And that's all fun and games. Until you get to the end part.
Get out of here, we'll cover you!
And Ramirez and his troops, they fight with us. So after Ramirez and his men are killed, you find out that it's Mama's son, the head woman, I guess, if you want to call it. Basically, she's head of the base camp R&R situation. So you find out she's been leaking information to General King Kong, so you track her down in a
Vietnamese whorehouse and kill everyone in there.
Just kill them all. And then eventually you torture her and she tells you, oh, don't kill me. I love you long time. That was no. So after you've got the information out from Mama's son, you can then go track down General DM King Kong. And when you track him down, it's to an old Buddhist temple, and it's got like a really cool build up to everything. And you go through waves and waves and waves of enemy soldiers, and then you kind of get into this like last final big Buddhist main temple. I can't describe it the other way. And you kill him. You cut his head off and you plonk it on the commander's desk. And then after this, he's like, damn son, looks like you need some R&R. You're like, no thank you. No thank you. And he's like, no, I'm going to send you to China Beach. It's the end of the game, isn't it? What's going to go wrong? Everything goes wrong. Everything goes wrong after this point. So, when you're in Short Timer, oh, I also forgot to mention, Psycho catches a rocket launcher in his chest. He's dead.
they got me. They fucking got me. Shoot me, man. I won't give them that satisfaction. You do it. Ah, it hurts. Ah, do it, man. What are you waiting for? Do it. Do it now. I'd do it for you.
He went out the way he wanted to go out, so it's okay. So anyway, after you leave from base camp in your helicopter, you get shot down, and you know, you're like, oh, okay, didn't expect this, weird way for a game to end. And then you get captured, and you get put in these tunnels, and short time dies. And turns out, the tunnels are right behind the R&R camp on the United States base. So you leave the tunnels, rejoin the defenders in the base, and have to hold out against them in the attack. Now this is a super fun level, super fun level, and I will always replay it, because I love that whole Vietnam War, last stand kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. So after this, you have to link up with the armory sergeant. You then go and find Monty, because he's still alive, and you then go ahead and have to defend the fuel dump. Make sure you defend that fuel dump. That's what you always say for 5 minutes, and it's going to die every time I hear it. Once you defend the fuel dump and the helicopter pad from suicide bombers and the North Vietnamese army and the Vietcong, you then have to escort the nurses from the hospital to the LZ. However, this isn't just a piece of cake, because the nurses are incredibly slow, and there's bullets flying everywhere. And it's not fun. So eventually, when the nurses decide they actually want to leave the compound, they get to leave. They get to go, bye-bye son, hello, goodbye. And we're just like, well, I guess we were going to die. And then you have to go and make one final stand at the command bunker. And in very typical Vietnam fashion, they call it massive airstrike, yada yada yada. But it all ends then. The North Vietnamese army in the area is defeated, you guys survive, and then at the end, Monty's like, are you okay? And you're just like, I'm not Monty, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not okay. So that is the overall story of Shellshock Vietnam, or Shellshock Nam 67. Overall, I consider that game to be incredibly fun, lots of replayability. The overall mechanics and everything in the game still hold up even to today's standards. Okay, granted, obviously graphics-wise and stuff, being a 2004 game, you know, it definitely, games now will outshine it. However, just the way the game feels and looks and sounds, it kind of entices you to like become a part of this Vietnam War world. And I think that's a perfect example of why this game was so much fun to me to play as a kid. And even now, when I bought the game recently and I replayed it, I was like, damn, I really enjoyed that. I still remember it to be this fun. So what would I give this game overall? After going over everything with you guys, I'd give it a solid 8 rice farmers out of 10. That's some good statistics right there. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Yes. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was very different to what I've been putting out recently. And this won't be the final format for this kind of series. Over the next couple of episodes, especially for this one, I'm going to try and work out the kinks and stuff and give like a proper structured format review to every single game. And I hope to be getting some more of this kind of reviews out over the next couple of weeks and stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and above everything guys, stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one.